to be about here, I think. Yeah, that'd do. So I'm going to be playing Revs. Now suspiciously here, there's two versions of Revs that say joystick or keyboard, but Revs Plus has no such option. So I might have to play it on the keyboard. The reason I wanted to do Revs Plus is just in case the code has been improved, because this could well be a BBC Micro port job. That's a rare thing indeed. But the BBC Micro has a very sensible memory arrangement for its screen memory, which the C64 does not for bitmap graphics. But it also has a 2 MHz 6502. It is actually, in raw processing terms, one of the fastest of the early 80s 8-bit computers. The only rival to that would be the 4 MHz Z80 inside the Memotech MTX 500. The weird science computer. I might as well just say that every time I mention it. The what? What? Memo what? And as soon as you say, it's the weird science computer. And it's like, they were nice looking machines. That's the way that conversation always goes. Basically, they're 4 MHz instead of 3.5 MHz. Z80 based MSX almost computers. There's slight differences, but technically it's pretty much an MSX. Sound, sprites, graphic keels, as I like to call them. So here we go. So right, blah 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 blah. Press space to see the instructions. Actually, I think I downloaded something called Omega Run the other day. No, ages ago actually. Right, return to pits, gears up and down. So that's the same. I think it was S to accelerate. Yeah, S is throttle. Yeah, the steering's the same. T is the starter button. You have to be in neutral. I knew that. I was just, for some reason, I couldn't get that to work. Commodore key sensitivity switch. Oh, C is computer aided steering. And it put a star. Oh, right. Hold Commodore key also, where it's got a star. Computer aided steering is Commodore and C. I don't care about restarting the game. Retiring from return to the pits. Controls. Boot's tail is in there. So it's A and S, T to start the engine, and Control and Q for the gear. Yeah, it does mention Claudia, why are you attacking her? Shh, shh, hey! She's allowed to be in Heat at the same time as you, mate. Heat magazine. I didn't even mention how much I like that picture. Now, I did have to try this on the emulator, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to go over Alton Park and Snetterton. So all this means is, when it does load, you only get to pick 2 possible tracks you can play on. You won't be able to go back to the previous menu, ever, unless you reload it. That looks like Shetterton. I hope it's not Shitterton. Let's do a competition, 1 novice, 5-minute races. Enter name of driver, Mad Bloke. Mad Bloke, yeah, that sounds good. Yes, I'm from Transylvania, I'm Mad Bloke. I live next door to Dracula. Right, rear they recommend 40 and I'm going to go 39 for the front. Actually, I wonder what happens, would that affect this? We'll go with 25, even though they say 30. Right. What the hell's going on with this remote? Cat's dropped this remote from quite a distance the other day. I'm sure it was A and S to accelerate. See, this is the steering. There we go. Why is the volume so low? Probably, obviously written by a dad who is fed up with his kids playing very loud computer games. Okay, didn't go too well, a bit like Jeremy Clarkson in the Formula 1 car, in the John Lacey thing. Now I instinctively went to the cursor keys there. I'm not even turning the steering wheel. I couldn't get the joystick controls to work on Vice, so they're not going to work on here. So he's actually faster than GP circuits. It's about twice as fast. So it's only the engine noise that's stupidly low volume. I need to hear the engine noise, so I'm not constantly looking at the bloody screen. This is unplayable. Absolutely unplayable. Now on hard driving on the C64 it's unplayable due to the frame rate. The frame rate is actually not bad. That's a surprise actually. Frame rate seems a bit better than I thought it might be. Certainly not as much of a joke as when playing Elite on the C64. I'm in first gear, there's probably only 4 gears on this. Look how fast they're going. I mean, my car's got the turning circle of a fucking spaceship. You know what? This ain't no breakfast racer. Next.